it's hard to talk about something like this. You have to experience it. And you can see why we have such a deep love for each other and are just like family. Always will be. Now, have a seat, guys. He said we're going to sing 4 more songs, just 1 more. But I want you to know who my chaperones are and have traveled with me. But before they do, how many of y'all have been chaperones on a basic trip? Stand up. Okay. Only you guys can know what it's really like out there. All right? And it's just a wonderful experience. I'm going to miss it greatly. Okay, chaperones, come on up here. I give you all 10 minutes each. Just kidding. Hey, Lee, come up here. Come on. He's our photographer.
Okay, so I'm going to make mine short and sweet. If I can have, and I'm going to do this again, if I can have all the fossils stand up, please. Okay? Now, some of you don't know, when you graduate out of basics, you become a fossil. Okay? We call Bob the colossal fossil. So, I saw a movie, and they referenced people who had been in a group before. So, today, we are going to switch gears, and we will no longer have fossils. The name is going to go away. Because as of today, we are a legacy. And it's because of the kids standing up here. You are the legacy. And it's not us. We didn't do anything. It's the kids and the people before us and the people that are now leaving. These kids and these kids are now the B.A.S.I.C.S legacy. There are no more fossils. There is just the legacy.
Gotcha.
Anybody of you that know me will know that I tend to find all kinds of interesting ways to inject humor and fun into whatever situation's going on. Sometimes it's appropriate, sometimes it's not. And so I was thinking yesterday and today about what I wanted to say, and I started writing some notes, and just wanted to bring up a couple things that kind of happened over the trip. Shannon, you explained to us how some things are better than others. Some of this is kind of inside jokes. Ask her, she'll tell you. Sam, you're a poet, didn't even know it. Ask him about skills. Renee, trying to do a double backflip with a twist. Didn't quite stick the landing, but it's all good. Sam, you also love the word noise. I don't understand what that means at all. Samantha, apparently you are a resident orthopedics expert. Thanks for all your help with that last night. It was all fun. Amanda can tell you all about tornadoes. Also, Amanda, we learned some new sign language this week, right? See, yeah. Just to mess around. And then, for the last few years, we've always had story time with Jody. Everybody loves it. I won't go into what the stories were, but you can ask Jody. I'm sure she'd be polite to tell you. Y'all, these kids are amazing. We've had an awesome time. And they've done Mount Zion proud. They've done every past basic proud. They're some of the best kids we've ever had. And you guys, thank you for allowing us the honor to be there with you and to be here through this whole thing. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. and it has been an honor to be with you guys.
Okay, I don't speak very often, so I don't do very well with talking in front of people. But it has been an honor and a privilege to be with these guys for the past 4 years. 4 years. I've seen so many people in so many different congregations, different places that we've sung. We get, as the chaperones, they don't get to see it, but we get to see it when the people come up to us and they say, "Oh my gosh, your kids are amazing. I know you're so proud." And of course, we're sitting there beaming, taking all the credit. Okay? Because we're their parent that week. It's awesome. But we get to see what impact these kids have on different families, different people, all walks of life, regardless of what they're going through, which half the time when they come to our concerts, they're going through something. And there's something they're struggling with or something that's happening in their life. And they hear a song. And you should see when they get up after the concert and they make a beeline for one of these guys, to say, "You touched me." Shannon is Miss Smiley. She smiles throughout the entire concert, and it not only is here, but it goes all the way through to her eyes and her heart. It shines, and it shows. And that most of them we have to make little faces. I won't call names. Yes, Manny. Yes, Manny. I said, "Manny, how do you smile?" He goes, "Okay, make it a little bit bigger." There it is. So we as chaperones, we get the privilege of being with these kids, being day in and day out. Yes, sometimes it's not quite as much of a privilege as others. This week I'm the medical person, so therefore I'm the one handling when they have medical issues. So, and that's okay, because I like that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, it has been a privilege and an honor to be with these guys, and I'm determined I'm not going to cry tonight. So I'm going to pass it over to Lee.
I'll be brief. Tell you the same thing I did last year. This is my 4th year. Just spent 9 days with about 12 teenagers. We're high school students, I'm going to say it that way. And it was wonderful because of the way they behaved. I was in a urgent care at 1 o'clock in the morning. Had somebody ran into my car in a parking lot. There were several other crises. I can't think of all of them, but none of them were real problems because these kids, it was their behavior. They were wonderful. You get to stand in the back of church and people come up to you and tell you how much they enjoy it. They're great. They're a great mission of this church, and I'm really proud to be associated with it.
We have one more surprise. Some of you don't know this, but my mom and my dad were original chaperones, along with Dick Swirls in the back. And this is Mama Hummer. She will always be Mama Hummer, except I call her Mama. So, hi. 33 years ago, in June, this past June, I got a phone call about 9 o'clock at night from Reverend Roper. Couldn't think of his name. See what happens when you get old. And he says, "Lynn, how would you like a free trip to Florida?" And I said, "Great, what's the catch?" "You have to go with 24 teenagers." No. Well, he talked me into it, and it changed my life. The first church we went to was the Charismatic Church. I'd never been in a charismatic church in my life. But watching how these kids touched the lives of those people changed me. And I have grown deeper over the years. I spent 7 years as a chaperone, driving Bob frowning crazy, taking him to the couch with duct tape. We even had one incident where one of our basics got left at a church. And he is
chickens. That was Jay. We love you, Jay. We really do.
I love you too. I'm just glad you came back to get me when you left.
Yeah.
I had to call Dad. And we didn't have cell phones back then. I walked into the secretary's office and said, "Man, can I borrow your phone? I had to call my dad in Atlanta to come and get me." And she looked at me like, "Didn't we just get rid of you last night?"
But one of the funniest things that happened, and I know some of y'all heard this many times, was we're driving down, and we were in Florida, and Bob's driving the van, and then there's Mark with his open sunroof, and then there's me. I was the caboose, and Sherry's sitting up front with Bob, and there's something black in the room. And Sherry says, "Bob, you're gonna hit it." Bob says, "No, I'm not." Sherry says, "Bob, you're gonna hit it." "No, I'm not." Bob, about that time, he hits it. Flies up over the van. Most of it went into Mark's car, and then it hit my windshield. It was a bag of garbage. It's a good thing we were close to Noah's Ark, because when we got there, they were picking lettuce and you name it. It was nasty. But we love you, Bob. And Bob, we have a gift for you. Because
They haven't let me drive since.
no. We learned. But we made you a prayer quilt. Something a little different than the other prayer quilts. But this is for you to keep with you all of your life. And we're going to put it out at the reception for everybody to sign. Okay? We love you.
Thank you very much. Just a couple words from me. I want you to be thinking about next year. Next year is going to be an exciting year at this church. You're going to have a new youth choir, a new name, new director, new direction. And I want you to support whoever that is, because we have to keep continuing to support our youth in this church and let them be what they need to be, let them learn to have the experience with the Lord, and then be able, as you heard tonight, to share that experience. How many of you could get up here and share like they did tonight? To scare the bejeebus out of some of you, right? All right, yet that'll be the most exciting thing we can do in life, is to share our relationship with God and with Jesus Christ. And so we try to bring that out of these young people with solos and testimonies, and you saw some of that tonight. So I thank you, young people. Appreciate it. I'm going to miss y'all, but I'll be hanging around once in a while, coming by to say hi or whatever. But I certainly will miss, after 60 years of church ministry, which I started in 1955. And we'll be celebrating some of that 3 weeks from this morning. On August 9th is my retirement celebration, so please come back for that. All right, let's go, guys. A lot of places we sing these newer songs that you've heard tonight, and many of you all know those. But in case you didn't, I'm just looking over to the congregation here. There's some of you over 40 or 50, all right? Somewhere along in there? So slightly? All right, a little bit there. And sometimes people will say, well, you didn't sing a song I knew. So this is for you, if that's the case. The oldest song that we know of right now, 3,000 different arrangements of it. It's written on 5 notes only. You can play on the black keys of the piano. And we have that arrangement, and it's Amazing Grace, How Sweet the Sound. And is our minister here tonight? I haven't seen her yet. There she is. If you'll come up afterwards, Susan, and have our prayer, please. Fine. Here we go.
that taught my heart to fear, embraced by fear, relieving. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, has blessed on me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love,
The Lord has promised good to me. His word, my hope secures. He is my shield and portion be, as long as I endure. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, has blessed on me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, has blessed on me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace.
The earth shall soon dissolve like snow. The sun forbear to shine. But God who called me here below will be forever mine. Will be forever mine. You are forever mine.
Well, it's hard to speak after that. That was so beautiful, and I know I'm not going to speak for long. Don't worry. I want to leave it with the beautiful message that these young men and women brought to us today. And I want to especially thank Bob. You know, when you see this much heart and the ability to share that in the way they have tonight and have throughout the ministry, you know that there's something special going on.
And I'm so grateful for what Bob has been able to do, pouring into these young people and into so many of you. And I'm so grateful for the chaperones, the adults who made sure that these young people felt supported so that they could give their gift. And you have been a gift to us. And we are grateful for the ways in which you will always be a gift for us, because you're a part of Mount Zion, you are a part of the ministry here, and you always will be. And I'm glad there's a special bond with a lot of you out there, with all of the B.A.S.I.C.S. So I hope that you all will continue reaching out to one another through the years. Sort of like, I don't know, some kind of fraternity or sorority in a way. But, you know, the legacy lives on, and I'm grateful that that continues. And it is brothers and sisters in Christ singing and also loving. Thank you for your love. It's beautiful. Will you rise for the benediction? And if you know it, say it with me. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Woo! Amen. Well done. And good night. Oh, we have a reception after this. In case you didn't know, please proceed to the Family Ministries building where there is a reception waiting on you. And Bob will be there too.